this week's very special episode of the podcast. I got some about to be champions with me. I got the captain of Imaan, Faiq with me. Oh, that was me trying to let Farooq in. I've got Adam with me, the captain of Interceptors, and of course, the man we very much know as Fargo is here as well, who is currently unsafely driving. Welcome, Faiq. Welcome, Adam. Welcome to
Thanks.
the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
What's going on? How you feeling? Adam, I see you look good. You got a haircut. What's going on? You getting ready for picture day?
I'm ready for my trophy.
Okay.
My trophy, my shirt.
Nice.
I got to add on.
Nice.
I already got this one, so I got to add on to my my Crescent League champion stuff.
Nice. You're racking them up, I see.
Two softball championships in 3 years, you know.
Mike, what's going on? Where's your champion shirt? You got one for him or no?
Put all of them up. It was like I didn't want to layer.
Okay.
Get too hot. Adam's only got like a few, so he can put everything that he has on right now.
Well, I've only been here for a couple of years. He's been here for like 30 years, so.
Mike, you have any championships in CFL?
CFL. I have them in CBL in various different divisions.
Nice. So I'm going to start with a very important question. We very much have known Imaan to be Farooq's team. What did you do to take over, not only as captain of the team, but take over the franchise as well?
We all played Interceptors and Imaan were practically one team. So we all played together. Had our struggles, and then Farooq wanted to expand the team. And he said, we'll introduce another team. And then for Imaan, what we'll do is we'll bring in a lot of ringers. Don't worry about it. I'm the commissioner, so we can get away with it. I was like, look, I want to keep up with the integrity of the league, so I don't really want to do that. So I chose to go to a different direction. And then, so because of that, he said a price must be paid, and he took the entire team. So the only one that are left over is basically me, Isa, and Oais. And then I recruited from the ground up. Built the team that way. Omar was supposed to be my quarterback. He got hurt, so we were playing without a quarterback initially. So it was we worked really hard to get this team together and to figure out our dynamic. The origin, I think he gave me the name because he basically took all the experience, the veterans. Brother Amin has forgotten more about football than we'll ever know.
That's true.
Ezra is a proven veteran. Greg was a controversial player last season that many said was a ringer, but he took him with him. So I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying how things were at the time. So because all of those people went with him, and Adam also, of course. So I think that's why he gave me the team name. And
so you guys started off as a single unit.
I had a great time playing with Faiq and Isa. So I was on their team for the past 2 years, and we had a little problem with defense, right? Right, Faiq? We had a little problem with defense, but look where we are today. Who would have thought?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of respect.
So tell me more. This is not the first time teams have split up, but you guys have managed to both make it to the championship game. So there's a lot of good that comes out of it too. So tell me what happened. What were you had differences of opinion or difference in evaluation of talent? Was there a QB controversy?
I love playing with Faiq.
Split happened?
Yeah.
Just wanting to expand the team, and as I said earlier, I wanted to go a different way. I wanted to go a different direction, which with more integrity. And so, which is,
what he meant is he didn't want Farooq on his team. That's what he meant.
Gotta know all the old guys. Anyone that comes to over was gone.
All right. So
even though I caught a lot of touchdowns for Imaan last year, that's fine.
I'm saying they took a lot of talent.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Can I add some quick commentary to this? Imaan was one of the first franchises in CFL. So I took it over after Zach, who founded it and left. And to be honest, Faiq and his son, who's a ball boy when he first started, these guys really tried to build a championship. We had so many good players come and go, but we could never really win for some reason. we had the talent, I say, to win at least some playoff games, but we couldn't win any playoff games. We won one wild card game in the 10 years I was running it. So I thought we had enough. We had some differences, who's going to QB and who's not going to QB. And Faiq is a great Crescent guy, so he decided to take on the challenge. And I think it's great. Both teams are, in a good position.
I reached out to Ezra. I actually reached out to Ezra.
Right.
Bring him in as a QB. Remember?
Right. That's what I heard. But Adam is a great friend of mine. He really appreciates the friendship, and he supports me in whatever I do in life. And it really means a lot to me. So, it's fun having him in Crescent, and he's a big part of it, man. So he has a team, and Faiq has a team. So I'm sitting back and enjoying. That's my whole summary. And thank you, Usman.
All right, so
Farooq just likes me because I pay my fees on time, really.
Yes.
Sentimental.
That helps a lot. These both guys pay their
Love
fees
that I
on
always
time.
pay on time.
All right, I'm gonna reel this back a little bit. I want to talk more about a build up to this championship game that you've got coming up on Saturday. So, Faiq, it looks like you really had to climb a mountain to get to this point. I know you guys started with a very rough start. You had many losses to start the season, and with so many new guys, how did you manage to keep them all together and then actually build up the team and get some W's and make it all the way here?
Some of my guys are new to the league. But I know we had the athleticism, we had the talent. We also started with no quarterback. Like I said before, Omar was supposed to be our quarterback. He got injured after the first game with a shoulder injury, and he was done as a quarterback. And you actually jumped in and helped out because I was like basically begging for quarterbacks and somebody to fill in week to week. You jumped in, and I think that was one of our first victories in which we actually came back down 20 points against, I think, the Bots. So that tells you that we had a lot of, So we were down 20 points. We came back. We won it all in the second half. So I know we had the talent. We just needed be solid at the QB position so we could focus on everything else. And that's what helped us in the second half of the season. We got Asif to join. And then after that, we started playing together a lot more. We had attendance issues in the beginning. We didn't know any of the guys. We didn't know every week. It was like an introduction of who's on the team. We're just introducing ourselves. And then we finally, once we started getting a rhythm, we started winning, and then we just didn't stop.
So the winning, your quarterback, you solidifying your quarterback position, just is what started it all. It seems like. So who is the?
So before that, our defense was outscoring our offense actually. So again, like we had good players, we just couldn't get the quarterback position solidified.
So rumor has it that you guys made it to where you made it on the back of Issa getting interceptions and running in pick sixes. Is that true?
We do a lot of that, but honestly, it's not one person. We have so much talent. We have Issa as short hands and like some of the fastest guys in the league. We have Owais that's like a guaranteed touchdown every time you throw the ball long. We have Omar that's a guaranteed walking completion. We have Pulak that comes with of football knowledge and experience and brings that. He has the ability to raise our score as well as the opposition's blood pressure. That's an invaluable skill. We've got
especially Farooq.
He's about to veer his car into a sidewalk right now. But we have like my cousins actually, Kamran, Faisal, that do all of the other things that are needed. They made some key stops last week, some big interceptions by them. We have Zuhair, nobody knew in the league, just joined in out of nowhere, and then he's been sure hands as well. Like we put him into any situation and he hasn't dropped a pass. All our guys are pretty solid.
So what's the mood? You guys won the playoff game. What's the mood in the group chat right now? How's everyone feeling about where's the confidence level in the group chat right now? Give us some insight.
I think we realized that we are a much needed counterbalance to stacked teams that are much needed for the league. Hold on to its mission. So
You
that
hear
we
that,
take that
Adam? You hear that,
responsibility
Farooq?
seriously.
I'm going to rebut that shortly.
Okay.
A compliment to you guys.
Okay, can I speak now? Okay. My team, other than Ezra, right, and Greg and myself, have never played football before. They're very passionate players. They want to play football. They're good athletes, obviously, but they've never played in CFL before. They never played flag football before, and they never played in high school.
Megatron or his teammates?
I'm talking about his teammates.
Nobody named Megatron on my team. I'm just go ahead. I'll let you finish though.
Then you have to come up with better nicknames. But anyway, so other than myself, who's 52, oh, I'm sorry, Amin, who's 62, Greg, who's in his 40s, and Ezra, right? Everyone else has never played organized football before. So the stack team that I built myself was dismantled week 1 because apparently the talent I put together was too good to play in our league. So
let you get like 2 or 3 easy wins in the beginning, but that's not me saying, other people saying it. But so I'm on your side. I get what you're saying.
Week 1, I lost 2 players. I'm not going to say why I lost them, but I lost 2 players. Thing, right? Well, I mean, I can't help it if I put a good team together. They never played before. These are just people I know.
It was an elite team almost, some would say. It's really that good.
All right. Let's talk about
You know what? I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that in a minute too, because I was aware and there was a lot of noise that was going on early in the season about the Interceptors just being too good of a team. But we're gonna stick to the course here. But yeah, tell me. I want to know about this, about the sentiment, about the mood that Imaan has right now, because they've got to be the most confident team in CFL right now. Going from probably 0-4, winning no games, to winning 4 and then winning the playoff game, and now into the championship. Are they ready for the spot?
More than anything, we're wary of too confident and then dropping the ball, no pun intended, when it counts the most, right? So we've been fighting uphill since the beginning. We had to totally change our team around, and I think the key word for our team is poise. As I said before, like we've been down most of our games by a lot. We kept our poise. We kept doing the work. We came back and we won a lot of hard games. So if we can keep that poise from the beginning and not have to come back from behind so much, we have a good chance.
I think Faiq is being a little humble here. He destroyed my team by like 20 points, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Exactly. They killed us.
He killed us.
QB.
He killed us. So
pretty intense.
It's I think these 2 teams belong in the finals. We both worked our asses off to get here. We both played a lot of tough games. We came back a couple of times also. So I think this is a fair matchup. We both play good defense. That's why I called us the Interceptors, because can't win without good defense. And, let's see how everything plays out. Very confident in my team.
I think they're favored.
I'm gonna sum it up a little bit for Imaan, and so you come in, you have a whole squad. You guys all of a sudden decide to go different ways. I'm sure Farooq had something to do with it, and Imaan chose the righteous path, it seems, and Farooq chose the controversial path. And you both went and found some players, and you both built up a pretty good roster. You had your early struggles, Faiq, Imaan, and the Interceptors rolled right from the very beginning, and you guys kept your poise, you kept your focus, and with veterans like Pulak and you yourself, Faiq, and the speed guys in Issa and a couple of sure hands, you guys made it here. So
I
congratulations
forgot to
for making
mention
it.
Omer. Omer was a big help for us too. He stepped in as quarterback early when we had nobody, and then he made some amazing catches. Like he was doing everything one-handed.
All right,
He was
so take your
outrunning
humble cap off.
teenagers.
Take the humble cap off for a minute. Tell me who is your best player. Give me one name.
How about the captain that put it together?
Okay. All right. There it is. All right. So my one last question to you, like, and of course we're gonna have you stick around so you can listen in on Adam and his responses, and you can respond to those as well. But the question is, are you going to put up 40 points, or are you going to prevent the Interceptors from scoring 40 points? Because we've been hearing about this. We're going to drop 40 on you since the very beginning of the season.
Whatever we want, as long as we win. I'm not stuck on a number.
Okay. So do they score 40 and you score more than that, or will they not score 40?
Like I said, they can drop 40, and if I win by 42, I'm good with that. As long as I get the chip, I don't care about how many points are dropped.
All right. Good stuff. All right, I'm gonna ask you the same thing, Adam. Tell me, take me back to the beginning. Tell me your side of the story of how the split happened and how you formed the roster and everything else in there.
Well, like I said, I played for Imaan last year. I love Faiq. I love Aissa. I had so much fun with those guys. But Farooq, like he said, Farooq wanted to expand the league, and he asked me if I could put together a team. And I thought I put together a team that was talented, that loves to play football. I don't have to beg them to come every week. They want to be there every week. They come up with game plans. They come up with defensive schemes. These are guys who are really into playing. They really want to be there. So it's pretty easy to be in charge of a team where everybody really gives it 100%. Including Farooq. Farooq had a good streak going where he caught a lot of touchdowns. We tried to get him involved as much as we can. We pushed.
What's your plan on keeping a streak going? Or is the streak broken?
Streak, but, all streaks come to an end. So
yeah, the biggest streak of the championship. Adam, name some of the guys. They're pretty loyal to Preston. I want to get that out.
Well, so we have a whole bunch of new guys. We have Sal, who's our defensive player. He's our quarterback with Ezra. We have Prenton, who's a phenomenal athlete. Todd, who probably has more touchdowns than anybody in the league. Amin, who's a really good defender. I don't care how old this guy is. When he's 80 years old, he's going to be pulling flags in his sleep. He's a good defender. The team in general, we just played well together. Again, we've never played together before this year. This is the first time we're all together. So
you had great success early on in the season, and then
we hit a little bump in the road in the middle. But
before you hit that bump, before you hit the bump, there was a lot of rumbling about the roster being absolutely stacked, and it was too good for that division. What happened there?
I had a couple of players that I chose for my team that they are in their 30s. They're not like 20-year-old kids that are going to run around, speeches that we can't catch. But one of the guys happened to look like Gronkowski. Not my fault. He's a big guy. So they made me cut him from the team. I had another guy who probably should be playing in CBL as a center. Made me cut him from the team. So every week I was cutting another guy from the team. But
wins did you have before you cut them?
What'd you say?
Wins did you have before you cut them? I respect. I appreciate that you cut them. I think that speaks a lot to your honesty. But how many wins did you get?
Mr. Gronkowski only played one game, and in that particular game that he played, we lost. Okay.
But wait, I think a lot has to do with your quarterback, right? Because you can put literally Megatron out there, and if your quarterback can't get him the ball, what difference does it make?
Well, you all know that Ezra has a great arm, so that's not even a question. Ezra can throw the ball 60 yards if he wanted to. But we have good receivers who can catch the ball. Greg is tall, so he can pretty much catch over anybody. But, don't sleep on Issa. Issa's a good defender. He could steal the ball real quick, too. I think this is pretty fair. You know, I'm an old man, but I can still catch. I still got good hands. You know what I mean? When the ball's thrown to me, I catch it. But
Right. So talk to me
that's
more.
how the team came about. It came about from a bunch of people that I know from different areas that never played football before, that are just really passionate about it. And like I said, this is the first time we're all playing as a team. So they did the best they could, and we just kind of meshed together. And now look
All
where
right.
we are.
Listen, it's not no harm done, right? Like you're still 4-4. So the other teams had plenty of opportunity. But I do want to ask you, at some point, it seemed to be that there was going to be a quarterback controversy, and we were talk to me about that. What happened? Ezra took maybe you missed some games here and there. What
So
was
Ezra
going
missed
on?
some games, and we're very lucky that Sal could step in, and Sal's a great quarterback also. So he's very poised. He doesn't get rattled at all. And we just got lucky. Ezra's the quarterback. That's his position. And hopefully we go up by 2 scores, and then Sal comes in, and it's very seamless. So
Wrist doing Ezra's wrist.
I don't know. You got to ask Ezra. I'm not giving out any reports before the game. What's wrong with you?
Out of concern.
So Ezra's the quarterback going into the game.
Ezra is the quarterback going into this. Yes, 100%. Yes.
So tell me, how's your team? How are they feeling right now? Are they done celebrating the playoff win? Like what kind of team is it?
No,
Are they
I will not let them celebrate. We didn't win anything. What did we win? We just
Okay.
won a chance to win something. So while they got all excited, I said, it's nothing. We didn't win anything. What's the point? We made it to the chip, but you got to win it in order to celebrate. Otherwise, what's the point? Right? Second place is the first loser.
okay?
I don't want to be the first
So
loser.
you're saying
Leadership
you
like
got your
that,
ticket
how do we
punched?
stand a chance?
So now that we know how you assemble the crew and who your quarterback is, I got some names that are probably your top 3 players. Is it Greg, Sal, and TJ? Does that sound about right?
Statistically, I would say so, yeah.
So if there's one player that you can add to your team from Imaan, who would it be?
Well, I'm taking Issa all day long.
All right.
He's tall,
Issa,
he can defend, and he's a great kid. I'll take him
Issa,
all day long.
Issa, if you're listening.
On his contract, so
Faiq,
take
so
2
if there's
people.
one player that you can take from the Interceptors, who would it be?
Faiq Farooq.
Oh wow.
That would make it so exciting on my team. Oh my god, that team chat would be amazing.
Good one. All right, so what are you guys doing for preparations? You guys what's any practices going on this week? Any special planning going on? What's going on this week to get ready for the
I'm
big
making
game?
sure that none of us old people get hurt before Saturday. That's what we're doing.
All right, so your players allowed to go out Friday night?
I mean, I am. I don't know about them.
I'm about to buy clipboards.
Talk to me about these clipboards. What happened?
I need flags too, by the way.
Tell us about this clip.
Keep stuff. Easy to write on. And waivers.
You're going to tell us about the clipboard story or what?
I'll keep it at a very basic level. Every player is required to sign a waiver, and one of the players on Imaan's team, who happened to be a good friend of mine, he didn't like the fact that he had to play multiple games. Although it's not my fault, but he felt the league should be more understanding of that, and try to adjust the schedule so people don't have to play multiple games. So when I told him to sign the waiver, he got a little angry and he sort of threw the clipboard. I mean, you were there. He threw the clipboard. I mean, it's not cool, but we all have bad moments, I guess. But it's really not acceptable, I think. We got to set an example. So I'll be forever the
But I
clipboard
heard you
joke.
told him that he's not allowed to play after that, but then he went on to play.
Yeah, it's not really my position to say that. I mean, I'm not the commissioner. I'm more of an organizer. and I felt like I got to keep it
It was
objective.
signed, so we're good.
So
Okay.
I hope Faiq can speak to his team and let
Farouk
them
is the
know that
figurehead of all of these
it's not the
leagues, but he
league's
doesn't do
problem.
anything.
It's
Yeah,
the captain's responsibility.
He's declaring that he takes no responsibility. Okay.
Yes.
He's a very forgiving
Faiq
guy.
declares that.
He'll let anybody play twice.
All right. Well, listen, Farouk, we'd like to see someone exercise some sort of authority out on the field whenever there are some controversial calls and plays being made. You
Yeah.
know, we understand that refereeing is one thing, but when there are calls outside of refereeing, we do expect some sort of authoritative figure. So we tend to look to you, but thank you for clarifying that it is not you.
Yeah, I'll do whatever it takes, but Akib is the commissioner, and Shu is the senior referee, senior organizer. And these guys,
Okay.
they're not around. I just step up. But I got to be
You
very
got it.
careful because the referee
I-
is the ultimate decision maker. And if I start overruling a referee, or anyone does, then the league loses major credibility. The only time I would overrule a ref is if he's overly biased or there's a misinterpretation of a rule. You know. Other than that, I got to support the
Fair
referees,
enough.
no matter how good or bad they
Fair
are.
enough. So since we're running out of time here, I had a conversation with Ezra, and on behalf of Ezra, I asked him, what's the formula to success? And Adam, you let me know if this is right or wrong. He said the formula is you have to score enough points that your defense doesn't have to be perfect. Gives them a chance to correct themselves so that when you need them in the playoffs, they step up. Defense wins championships. It always has and probably will always be. And that's a very good message from Ezra. Although I know he's an offensive guy, because every chance he gets, he does not fail to remind teams to put up 40 or more if they want to beat the Interceptors. But he did go out and say that the formula to success is the defense is going to win the championship for them. You agree?
He's right. He's 100% right. The reason why we won the 2 playoff games is because our defense played great.
So,
Right.
Faiq,
I agree with that as
what's your
well.
team's formula?
Similar mentality. I think we discovered defense is very important. So our game plan going in is like we're going to do goal line defense the entire game. We're actually not going to focus on the receivers so much. We're just going to have our guys line up in front of the quarterback and wave and try to distract him that way, and hopefully it leads to incompletions. I think we can do it that way.
Leave me open in the end zone. Thanks.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's a great
All
plan.
right.
Thanks.
I like it. Listen, I'm excited for this game. Both teams are 4-4. Their records show that they're very evenly matched, probably. Although I think Faiq may have an uphill battle, in my opinion, because he's got a younger team. He's got a younger team. He's got a newer team, and I think his quarterback has not been there the whole season. So I think it's an uphill battle for Faiq. So they're probably Imaan is the underdog here, in my opinion, and the Interceptors are the favorite. Now, if I had to make a prediction of what the score is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and say that Ezra gets his 40. I'm not sure if Imaan can keep up, but I'd love to see both teams score more than 40. I'm looking
I
forward
think
to a
it's going
good
to be
game.
close. I think it's going to be closer than you think.
I
I'm
think
looking
Iman's
forward to it.
defense is very underrated. Iman has very good defense. They figured out a system. But let's see. I
Our
think it'll be
goal
a
line
low-scoring game.
defense stands up. Hopefully it comes through.
All right. Any last words for the audience watching and for your teammates that should be watching and your opponents? Adam, you go first.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Faiq and his team for making it this far. I hope we're going to have a great championship game. We're all going to play our asses off, and hopefully everybody comes and brings their popcorn and enjoys the game. And it's not a blowout either way.
Looking forward to it, man, especially with the history that these two teams have. it should be good.
Farooq, anything from you?
No,
How many touchdowns?
I agree. Just have fun and don't and always enjoy the opportunity. You may never get it again. Usman, thank you for everything you do, man. It's a big outlet for everyone. These guys enjoy it.
You got it.
You may not
Gentlemen,
get the feedback, but I know
good
they
luck.
love it.
Good luck on Saturday. And congratulations to both of you for making it this time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very
Have a good
much.
one.
Yeah, see you guys.